You right there watching this video, waiting for this live stream to start, or just watching the membership video, man, and why you should join the membership. Let's talk about it real quick, expeditiously. We got the 3 levels. You got the rookie level, you got loyalty badges, you got custom emoji badges, and you have members on the live stream. As we get more people flowing in to join the membership, I have members only live chat. That means everybody can see the video that want to see the video, but only members will be able to chat. That's $3. That's a rookie. The All-Star, you get personal shout-outs before the videos, maybe after the video, mostly likely before the videos. You give a priority to reply in the chat. So as soon as I see you, I reply before anybody else. Get early access to pretty much all my non-boxing videos there. $10 a month. Then we got the boxing pound for pound superstar for all my boxing boys and gals out there. Get early access to prediction and most of our boxing content, virtual video collaborations, and open debate. So, you want to pre-record or go live and debate me for a whole video, you got early access to new videos, some of the videos in the All-Star as well too, and priority reply in the comments. So I see in the comments you get priority reply. Instantly that's $20 a month. So let me know what you guys think. Don't have a Patreon no more, so here's where you're gonna get some of that exclusive content I used to have on the Patreon.
Make sure you guys click on the link tree. Find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple, Amazon Music, Apple Music, Google Podcasts as well too. I fixed the audio from for the Spotify. All the episodes audio should be working right now. So if they weren't working before, the other day I redid all the audio, updated them, so they're working now. So you guys can listen to the episode. So appreciate you guys for tapping in. So podcast probably gonna be a little later. I might push to like 10 because of I can't download it through mailing, so I gotta wait till YouTube got fully processing it. Then it'll be A1. So it might be a little later. It might be on time. Never know. But nonetheless, let's get to it. So we're gonna talk real quick. Probably stay on about an hour. Gonna talk about Thurman versus Ennis or Errol Spence rumor, and also we're gonna talk about Oleksandr, Usyk, and AJ being soft again. So hold on. But nonetheless, man, make sure you guys thumbs the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, see what this unorthodox fam stream will be doing. Like, I won't be doing this too much. Lather salute, barber salute, lather salute. But yeah, man. So Anthony Joshua took another selfie with Oleksandr Usyk yesterday, man. And they took a selfie in the first fight. And it seemed like AJ ain't learned his lesson. Now, apparently, I did a video. I'm pretty sure a lot of UK people in there talking about, man, that's just the way AJ is, or this don't mean nothing. I mean everything, because he going through an identity crisis. That's exactly what it is. He going through an identity crisis where he don't know what he want to be, not even as just a fighter, as a person. After the fight, it was I'm gonna get rough and rugged with him in the second fight. I was studying in Nicky Barnes and Rayful Edmonds. He was visiting Virgil Hunter, Ronnie Shields, Robert Garcia. A lot of people said, well, it looked like he probably gonna be favoring going over to Ronnie Shields. Then whatever happened with that, that didn't happen. He didn't go to Ronnie Shields, and so now we pretty much at the place we at. First, he was just going to train with Angel Fernandez. Then he turned around and said, "Well, I'm gonna train with Robert Garcia as well too." So he don't really know what he want to do. He's an identity crisis thing as far as a person. Then he started talking about how I'm gonna be reckless, ruthless in a rematch. Like he know the adjustments he need to make, and then if you know the adjustments that you need to make, then why you don't make the adjustments? Then why you fire Rob McCracken? Why you at Angel Hernandez? Then why you go train with these different trainers? Then say Angel Hernandez. Oh, somebody in trouble. I bought these guys a dog treat. It's like a big old stick, and somebody ate theirs. I got a great idea about who ate theirs. So Mine was going on punishment. I turned my head, man. I've been sitting here the whole time, bro. I just got back and I had my door closed. He ate it. At least he didn't eat both of them though. We gotta give him credit because I split it between the other two dogs. But nonetheless, but yeah, like I said before, he don't know what he want to be. You know, he don't know who he want to train with. He don't know what he needs to do. He don't know how. You know, he just like I've been studied the Nicky Bonds and the Redford Edmonds and like, bro, you're not gangster, bro. You're not one of them boxers that come from a gangster background. You know, and the AJ that seek and destroy has been long gone since Vladimir Klitschko, you know, dropped you. So, like I said before, you know, this is the first time he took the selfie with him. Then yesterday at the press conference, he takes another selfie with him. All this sets the tone. All this, you know, sets the not only sets the tone, it sets the psyche for Anthony for Oleksandr Usyk, but this sets the tone for Anthony Joshua as a fighter. You know, this lets you know that this ain't do or die for him no more. And the only thing worse than him continue to make the same mistakes, letting them touch the belts and hold the belts the last time, I guarantee you Usyk won't let him touch the belts, hold the belts. He might, you know, but just let you know that, you know, he ain't really ain't learned nothing, man. He's actually a nice guy. And he's a kind and good spirit inside of a mammoth body, and that's just all it is. He not ready. He not ready for this, bro. He not ready for this, man. And you know, he supposed to have, you know, he supposed to smack the phone out of his hand. He supposed to push him at the press conference. He supposed to be talking real greasy to him. He didn't do it. And then, you know, hold on, my bad. And then, oh boy, then Usyk right here stared him down till he turned around. Usyk is, you know, Usyk is, you know, AJ ain't nothing changed. Ain't nothing turned with Anthony Joshua, bro. Because before you physically can do it, you gotta mentally and visually, you gotta mentally live it. You gotta believe it. He's just a nice guy. And the number one thing about this fight that's so what demoralized him the most was that Usyk proved that he could hurt him. If Usyk didn't hurt him in that fight, then cool. Then maybe he could walk him down. But Usyk hurt him. You got guys like Joe Joyce saying that Anthony Joshua was fooled. He said his chin is gone. He don't have a heart no more. I tell you, his heart changed in boxing. He physically changed in boxing when he took on Vladimir Klitschko. When Klitschko dropped him, that was the end. That was just what it was. Said Boots retired Thurman. Boy, I hope he does. And I saw that stare down. AJ just got hole in his heart. No amount of training can give him that mentality of Hagler. It is what it is. He said only PBC wants to see Benavidez and Charlo. I think a lot of people want to see that fight. What's up, brother Nick Johnson? Salute. Kobe said I'm gonna catch the replay. Sean, salute. Johnson, salute. He said AJ is a clown. He said if AJ wins, it's going to be legendary. But then again, even if he wins, it's gonna be like for him. I know he barking for it, but it's gonna be like for him. It's gonna be like an excuse. Well, he was fighting for his country. He gonna have to do it again. It's gonna be a situation unless he spark out Usyk in a couple rounds. And I think even in that scenario, there's gonna be a small chance that he has to do it again. I think he gonna have to do it again at some point. I think that's just a natural thing about it. People gonna say, well, Usyk had to, Usyk was training and Usyk had this going on, and Usyk had that going on, this, that, and the third. And I think that's what they gonna say. Oh, he had his country thing when he lost 20 pounds to defend his country. And Usyk just doing the same old same thing. He just spooning AJ. Build him into that trap. And you can look at Usyk laughing and dressing like the Joker, but he a stone cold killer. He's a stone cold killer. So think about that for a minute. He's a stone cold killer. That's what people don't understand. It took me to see the AJ fight and for Malik Scott to actually say, I've been in camp with him. This is what he does. He's a killer. Usyk is he said a knockout come. Usyk looking to make a statement, bro. It's a lot of pent up anger. What's going on, with his country, and he man, AJ just too nice. AJ never had the brass or the kahunas to stand there with Deontay Wilder. No matter what these clown niggas say, he never had the brass. He never had the heart. He never when he looked at Deontay Wilder, it's kind of like how Floyd Mayweather looks at Adrian Broner. These dudes could have the skill in the world and whatever, but Floyd look at AB as being accepted by the hood, as a real hood dude, and that's something he never can do. He can go to the UK and lie about how he sell dope with his daddy and all that. He didn't. And the same thing with Anthony Joshua, the credibility that Wilder got as a fighter. As a black, a proud American man, he doesn't have that. Remember, he was saying, where does he get this heart? Where did he get this confidence from? You know what I'm saying? Deontay Wilder don't try to be street. He don't glorify being street. He don't glorify the gangs they had in Alabama. Only thing he really glorified is being a proud black man and his roots. He'd never know what it's like to really like what Wilder did. Even though in a lot of people's mind it was stupid, but he'd never know what it is to have that amount of fortitude, and never know it had that amount of confidence. Not no more. Not no more. Even when he came off the Klitschko win, he lost to he beat Carlos Takam. That was really the referee saving him. He don't, like I said before, what Usyk and what Tyson Fury got, what Anthony Joshua got. I mean, not what Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, and Usyk got. He just don't have it. He just don't have it, bro. And it's not nothing you can touch. Obviously you can touch a man's chest and touch somebody's girl chest and feel their heartbeat. He just don't have it. These are dudes who grew up in it, who had to do it. Anybody who just whooped your ass the way he whooped your ass, and you was sitting there, laying on the ropes, collapsing in the corner. Just look at the facial expressions in that fight he was making. The way he take punishment, he don't know if he wanted to have muscle or not have muscle. I said before, he not macho enough to be in there with Oleksandr Usyk. And if you're not macho enough to be in there with Oleksandr Usyk, you're not gonna win. If you don't have any type of respect and balls, or if your testosterone ain't high enough, man, he's a killer. He sets traps. I don't even talk about in the fight. He set traps like this. Part of them taking a selfie together is probably to see where AJ was at mentally. Now, is he really gonna come out reckless? Is he really gonna come out and press me? And AJ could be setting a trap himself. But it's kind of like the Joe Smith Jr. and Arthur Better BF fight. He can come out hot. If you don't score that money shot, or you don't get the respect, or you don't drop him, or make Usyk do something else to go into survival mode, guess what? Arthur Better BF turn the tide right around. Usyk gonna do the same thing. So you have to go out there and hurt Oleksandr Usyk. You gotta give him something to think about. You gotta make him change what he's doing. But once you make him change what he's doing, the thing about it is this: it ain't like he don't have a plan B or a plan. I mean, fighters like him and Tyson Fury, they plan Bs was really plan A's. It's like plan A, 1A, 1B. That's really they plan. It's not really like they can do everything. You know what I'm saying? And when Anthony Joshua, he got to go out there and see what I did right, working the body. And I think his hand speed. I got to use that to an advantage. Got to use his jab. AJ is talented for sure. AJ talented, so work his combinations. But Usyk just threw a tester out there. He just threw the tester out there, see if he's gonna slap the phone and slap his arm down, turn him down. Hell no, I ain't doing that, bro. Kick rock. See you August 20th. He ain't do it. What's so funny about it? Eddie Hearn is actually promoting the fight, and he made no mistakes about it. He's promoter of both fighters. Obviously, Usyk is co-promoted with K2, but he made no mistakes about it that he would Anthony Joshua. And I say this: he need to be getting in good with Oleksandr Usyk, because Usyk will walk right back over to top rank or somewhere else. But I'll tell you one thing these dudes need in common, and Tyson Fury just said this as well too. They need Deontay Wilder to take him to that another level in America, and and that's the actual fact. Now Andy Ruiz can come back, and if he could beat Wilder or something like that, win a title, whatever it may be. He probably could take you there. But Deontay Wilder is the key. He was the key that the Klitschko's was missing. He was the key that Tyson Fury is missing. He was the key that Anthony Joshua knew he didn't, he never needed. He needed that. And then, the American fans, some of them know him, but him fighting Deontay Wilder would have just, plugged him in completely throughout North America, to Central America, down to Brazil, the whole thing. And him letting that fight go by, listening to Eddie Hearn, that's fine. He still lost. He lost multiple times. You can talk about what he did with Tyson Fury in sparring. That's sparring. He ain't, he's never good enough to beat Tyson Fury. And that's nothing said. Tyson Fury is probably gonna go down as an all-time greatness in history. Everybody said, "Oh, Wilder lost to Tyson Fury. I overreacted. A lot of other people overreacted." Yeah, he lost. But he lost to the guy. You still can have a belt. You still could be number 2. You still could be number 3. Joe Frazier lost to Muhammad Ali. You know what I'm saying? That man, shit, the greatest of all time. Look at the dudes who lost to Sugar Ray Robinson. In the time that you living in, you don't know you living in that time. Think about that for a minute. You don't know. I just lost to Muhammad Ali. He's a great fighter. Unless fight him but still, it's hard to measure somebody's greatness. Usyk might go down. Like Holyfield. James Toney. I know he won the titles and James Toney didn't, but Tony was a hell of a heavyweight. He might just be the exception. It took time for me to see hell of a fighter, bro. Hell of a fighter. But Anthony Joshua, even in defeat, if he loses this time, he got to show something. He got to show something. Even if you go down, get knocked out, that's fine. You put your nuts on the line, and I think Deontay Wilder got more support. This is gonna sound fucked up, but excuse my language. He got more support getting beat down for Tyson by Tyson Fury for 11 rounds in that second fight or whatever it was, 10, 11 rounds, than he got for anything else he did in his career. I mean, he did have a fight with Romain Stavern where most people thought Stavern was gonna win. He won that title. He outboxed the Romain Stavern, who was an Olympian. So it was always critical of him, but the darker your skin is, the more critical they're gonna be of you, no matter where you at. Barbara said she was on H Money Channel tonight, and Jamel from Watson Media was on the panel. He said that Spencer Crawford is a done deal. They would announce the fight in 2 weeks. Now, he said that shit 2 months ago. So, but he knows something. He knows something. So we'll see. He knows something, but he said that shit in April. So I don't know. Probably is done. At some point, we just can't. We just got to move on from it. Gunzi Gazak salute, Budangle salute. Gunzi Gazak said AJ need to be mean with that taking Selfie. Yeah, he should have smacked that phone out his fucking hand. Like hell no. Same with Andy. If he beat Ortiz, then the trilogy. It could, yeah, it could. I don't think people feel like he. I mean, I feel like he do got to fight Andy again. You're right. Juice Lee salute. D-Ray Promotion salute. Making the Bridge brothers look bad. Well, rumor is Joshua Buatsi supposed to hop in there with Dimitri Bivol. And the thing about that fight, Buatsi don't have the experience, but power for power, speed for speed, athletically, he can. I think he might be more athletic than Bivol, but Bivol just more technical. Bivol kind of unorthodox a little bit too. He said AJ is setting a trap to get his ass knocked out this time. I mean, it could be. Who is the Vegas vibe? Who is under? You talking about for this fight? Let me see. It's a good question. They probably still running with AJ. They were showing them Terrence Crawford out saying that Spence the favorite. Yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. Everybody know the real. Go get your money. Had to drag this dude in the ring. So AJ's an underdog. Usyk's the favorite. Usyk's a negative 215, meaning you got to bet $215 to win 100. Anthony Joshua's a plus 166. If you bet 100, you win $166 on Anthony Joshua. Canelo's the favorite against Triglovkin. I don't think he's a big enough favorite. $410 if you bet on. You got to bet $410 on Canelo to win 100. You bet 100 on Triple G, you win 290. Right now, Spence is a underdog to Crawford, I believe. My bad. Crawford is the underdog because you got to bet 126 to win 100. So it is what it is. He said you be down playing Boots with Smoke Ortiz, Spence. But what makes you think he gonna smoke fighters like that and he never fought them? Simple as that. I mean, what you want me to do? He's a great fighter, but he has never fought them. He has never fought them. So an excellent fighter. I never took nothing away with Jaron Boots Ennis, but Custio Clayton, if you round out the top 10 welterweights, I don't think he'll make that clip. Just my opinion. You're talking about guys like Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence, Virgil Ortiz, Rashawn Porter gone, Danny Garcia gone. But you talk about guys like let me pull up the list. I know I forget somebody. David Ivory, I rank over him slightly. You talking about guys like Cody Crowley or Dennis Ugas, Ras Habatuev, Ennis, Connor being, who else we got in there? You might be right. Michael McKisson, I don't know about him. I still don't think I ever seen him fight. So you got a couple guys in there. So he might be top 10. Some guys moving in and out. So I mean, I don't really think that's saying much, but great fighter. But you think I'm I don't know, man. Like I said, Keith Thurman gonna test him. Y'all don't want to hear it, but Keith Thurman gonna test him if they fight. So I expect Keith Thurman to test him. So it's gonna be interesting. But maybe he might be the greatest welterweight of all time. Shit, who knows? Maybe I'm tripping. He said if AJ wins, Fury fight is a mega fight, man. Tyson Fury is gonna drag that dude across Great Britain. Tyson Fury gonna drag him to the window, to the wall. Oh, ski, 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 ski. Oh, ski, ski. Goddamn. You know. Yeah, Tyson Fury gonna be in his head too. But like I said before, if AJ can come back and do good, that's a fact. AJ definitely can come back and do good. So I mean, it is what it is. But Usyk, man, I had to learn this about Usyk. Watching him, reading him, he a stone cold killer, bro. What's that album by Ralph Transvent? Stone Cold Gentleman. He a stone cold killer, bro. And yeah, that is what it is, man. But let's move on, man. So apparently it's a rumor now. I asked my guy about this. This came. He said he had heard about Keith Thurman versus Errol Spence, but I've been hearing about that myself. I've been hearing about that. That's the thing. Al Heyman want Errol Spence to fight Keith Thurman, but apparently, people saying the fight done, and we're gonna get it. YSM said we're gonna check out YSM Media. We're gonna get an announcement in 2 weeks, so we have to wait and see, bro. They've been saying that forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. But apparently Keith Thurman did an article today and said he would like to fight or Dennis Usyk, so he coming back in October, which I'll talk about in more detail. Yesterday I just seen the headline. Like I said, for him, Jaron Ennis to fight next, it don't make no sense. It don't make zero sense. It's not a title on the line. Keith Thurman not fighting an interim title. He wouldn't fight, Errol Spence when 2 or 3 titles, two titles is on the line. And at the end of the day, people got to remember you can't really blame Keith Thurman, bro, because Keith Thurman did the same thing Errol Spence did, and that's what a lot of people can't call a spade a spade. And one of the reasons you can't say that because when Keith was trying to fight Paulie wouldn't fight him. AB wouldn't fight him. He's trying to fight Amir Khan wouldn't fight him. Keith Thurman was knocking on everybody's door. Floyd Mayweather, he was the regular champion forever. Keith Thurman, they did Keith Thurman, bro. We tried to fight Sean Porter. Sean Porter didn't fight him. I think Sean Porter lost his title. Kenny and Sean said, he ain't fighting him. So you got to understand what Keith Thurman did, bro. It ain't no different, than what was done to him. Think about it for a minute. Errol Spence doing the same thing to Terrence Crawford. Even if he do fight him, he made us wait 3-4 years for that fight to happen. And they tell me, well, build the fight up. Then you build the fight up, and financially, you can't afford to fight. Come on. When he build the fight up, and then we wait, he free. And then we waiting 8 months almost a year after he free just to get a fight. Come on. So you really can't get mad at Keith Thurman. They did Keith Thurman the same way. What you expect? Turn another cheek? Hell no. Keith Thurman, he was a regular champion until he fought Danny Garcia. Think about that for a minute. So he ain't start reigning as an actual real world title till he fought Danny Garcia. So y'all be killing me with that shit. Y'all F Keith Thurman, then Errol Spence do the same thing. Self-inflicted wound. At least Keith Thurman was injured in the ring or injured doing boxing. So sometimes we gotta show balance. So he ain't become champion in 2017, bro. And he never defended a real world title. You see how they say World Associated Boxing? They say World Boxing Association Super Top World Welterweight title. This dude never defended. He defended the WBA belt. Excuse me. He did defend it. He defended it once and lost to Manny Pacquiao. So come on, the division made Keith Thurman wait. All them dudes back in the day. I remember Keith Thurman calling them out in the arena in front of the fans. I remember Keith Thurman yelling and screaming at the press conferences, "Don't duck me, son." This, that, and the third. They couldn't get a fight. Sean Porter ducked him for a minute too until he lost his title. Madonna ducked him in his HBO debut. I think he ended up fighting like Orlando Lara or something like that. Whoever it was, supposed to fight Madonna. Yeah, he fought out Orlando Lara. Yeah, that's supposed to be Madonna. Madonna played it nice. He turned around. Wasn't ready for Keith Thurman. Ended up getting a Floyd Mayweather fight. So he was in the same position Jaron Ennis is in. Like I said before, that makes zero sense for them to fight. Even if it's for a vacant title, that fight don't make sense, from Keith Thurman's standpoint of view, unless they unify in their division. And Keith Thurman, you got to sit there and you got to compete with these young lions like Mario Barrios and Kell Brook that had a career and retired, Amir Khan that had a career and retired, Terrence Crawford has had a better welterweight career than you. Errol Spence has had a better career than you. You got to contend with Stoyanis and Batuev and Virgil Ortiz, Jaron Ennis, and a whole different set of welterweights. A whole different set of welterweights, dudes that's fresher, dudes that's younger, dudes that's physically bigger, physically in their prime more than you. And then you can't really move up because, them dudes a lot bigger. So, all this shit in the world comes full circle, bro. You might not see somebody get their karma, but they getting it. You got to understand it's good and bad. A lot of times we look at the karma in the world and we be like, man, I should have this and that. Ain't nothing more valuable in life than time. Not a penny, not a dollar, not $1,000,000. Not many great, wealthy men would trade, time. It's time, then health, then everything else. So Keith Thurman, he got what he coming to him, and now he gonna earn it the long way. He the money man. He gonna get more than Ennis. He gonna get more than Ortiz. He gonna get more than Stoyanis. He gonna get more than Cody Crowley. He gonna get more than those dudes. But now you stuck fighting a young killer. And one thing, you don't know about the young killer. Can you take it on the chops? And that's gonna be his best thing to do. Either come out and press him and touch him up real quick, or set a trap and catch while he punching. That's that's the only way you're gonna beat Jaron Ennis. You're gonna have to press him. You know what I'm saying? Take his space away. You're gonna have to make him think under distress, or you're gonna have to punch with him. Other than that, you can't sit there with him. Keith Thurman gonna move and he gonna give him different looks, and he gonna make Boots pick up his feet. He gonna make Boots cut the ring off. The thing about Boots, he gonna cut the ring off. He gonna touch the body, and when he start touching the body, Keith gonna start slowing down. He gonna catch Keith with an uppercut left hook, and then Keith Thurman gonna be in survival mode. And the question is, can Keith Thurman survive against Jaron Ennis when he couldn't survive when he survived against his other opponents? It's the question. That's what's gonna happen. He gonna have to come out there, and I just don't see the fight happen. He got to come out there and make a statement. And walk right to him and touch him right on the chin. That's what I would do. Press him. That's how you're gonna beat him. You can't let Boots get in there and just do what he want to do. Be first, be last, counter. Move when he want to move. You gotta take that space away. And he gonna have to fight like the old Keith. They both kind of wild with their shots, but Jaron Ennis showed in his last fight that he can be straight with a shot. So you fighting with somebody that's really it's supposed to be so far a complete puncher. Straight punches, looping punches. Uppercuts, hooks, overhand rights, it don't matter. They say, oh, he too wide. You know what? He worked on the straight punches versus Custio Clayton. So, for me, you just got to back him up. And, then again, that is what it is. You might have slim to none chance, but you see what Gary Anton Russell did in the amateurs. So, it's just stuff there. Delorme caught him on the top of the dome, but he still got destroyed. So, either Keith Thurman going to punch with him or press him. So that's just simple as that, bro. You let him sit there and do what he want to do and fight at his own pace, it's gonna be problems. But he unbeatable. He's still, he's a contender now, but it's still holes in his game. At one point they thought the same thing about Errol Spence. At some point they thought the same thing, about a number of fighters, about Lucas Matisse and all that stuff. So I just think Jaron Ennis got a lot more to give than those fighters. And he's beating up, in the sparring, he's beating up guys in bigger weight classes and, doing it, simple. So only person that's going to beat him is himself, or you get caught, and that's everybody. Only person that's going to beat him is himself. It's simple as that. Nobody going to beat him, he might get caught, but, if you whoop his ass, you're going to earn it. You're going to earn it. So don't forget it. He said, what's the chance of Thurman, Ennis and Thurman? It's a slim to none. Usyk might stop him. He might. He said the reason why Boots would smoke him, he is bigger and both faster than both, better jab, better head movement. Well, you don't know until you get in there. It looked good versus lower competition. Everybody look good. You go out there and play third graders on a basketball court, you're gonna look good. So you don't know till you get in there. It looked good, you know. I'll favor him to win, but you don't know till you get in there with top competition. You just don't know. So we can't preordain him. But I don't think he get in there and beat Keith Thurman. But that's saying much these days, nah. But Keith Thurman not gonna get in there and lay down. So he gonna earn it. That's what he gonna do. He gonna earn that victory. If it's in the first or if it's in the 12th round, it's a unanimous decision or a split decision. He gonna earn it. He hasn't fought nowhere near the level of competition that Keith Thurman is at. That's a fact. He's fought nowhere level of competition as Crawford and Speed. Y'all can say whatever hypothetical matchups y'all want to say. He doing what he supposed to do, calling out the big dogs, the big guns, all that. He doing what he supposed to do. He said, "Do you think Boots is triple the fighter Ugas Kavalaskis is, and how much they got hurt, how much they had trouble?" Who knows, bro? Like, they are battle-tested fighters. You could say that. You could say, well, Ugas took some shots until he went down. Man, them same shots could have knocked the Boots out. You never know. Or them same shots wouldn't have landed on Boots. He would have knocked Errol Spence out. Or that shot that Kavalaskis landed on Crawford. Oh, that would have knocked Crawford out. You never know. They're different fighters. They are more tested fighters. Both are great Olympic fighters. But everything is different, bro. Like, you can't say, oh man, if that was Jaron has never fought nobody as good as Kavalaskis or Dennis Ugas. So I can't say. But I expect him. I think he's a better fighter. I've been saying that. I ranked him above Dennis Ugas. Ben ranked him against over Dennis Ugas. Ben ranked him over, he said he's the third best or third best welterweight. Been saying that. Ronaldo, salute. I've been saying that. How you gonna press Boots if he's a knockout puncher? How Earl's if he get hurt by Conor? That's different, though. That's subjective. Earl got hurt by Ugas. Who knows if Ugas Jaron gonna throw them same shots? Who knows if Errol Spence gonna say had the same game plan versus Jaron Ennis? All hypotheticals, bro. All hypotheticals. That's how you fight punchers, man. You don't know what you're talking about, bro. That's how you fight punchers. You press them. You walk to the puncher. That's how you fight most punchers. So, of course, you go look at how Gary Anton Russell gave him fits. Pushing them backwards. So, yeah, that's how you fight punchers, bro. You go right to them. You don't sit there and try to avoid them because you're giving them leverage. You stop the momentum before it gets started. So, yeah, you press them. Or you sit back and try to punch with them, which is a crapshoot. Because you're going to get hurt. But if you're going to, sit there and counter, you're going to have to catch, shoot, slip, deliver, all types of stuff. But, yeah, he ain't unbeatable. But don't stretch of the imagination. We can say, oh, man, he's a great fighter. He's this, that, and the third. And, yeah, he looked good versus the level of competition he fighting. He might, blow through the welterweight division. He may not get challenged till we move up in weight. But you ain't seen him really get punched. You ain't really see how he do versus adversity, getting cut. So, you may never know. Who knows? We may never know. He might just, blow through the, boxing division through boxing and go up to heavyweight and knock out Tyson Fury. Shit, you never know. You never know. But everybody, always hopping on the best thing smoking. Great fighter. But if you go out next time and have a shaky performance versus a guy like David Alvarez, then everybody be calling him overrated. You can't get too high. You can't get too low. You got to stay even killed. No, but he knocking out. He ain't losing rounds, and that's pretty much what you can ask. But Keith Thurman a different level than everybody he fought. It's like, playing Street Fighter, turning the difficulty up all the way to hard, or playing 2K on Hall of Fame. It's gonna be it's gonna be more resistance. That's just the way it is. He gonna work for it. Who knows? He turn around and lose and Keith Thurman beat him, then what? You're not in this chat saying what you're saying. But if Keith Thurman wouldn't fight Errol Spence, Keith Thurman wouldn't fight Terrence Crawford, why the hell would he get in the ring with Jaron Ennis for a belt for short money? Come on. It makes no sense. Like the great DJ Quick say, if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. But nonetheless, that is what it is. I'm done talking about that. Um, but yeah, him and Errol Spence is kind of like Al Heyman backup plan. Um, and that's fine, you know what I'm saying. But Al Heyman really was the rumor is, I think it's true, but the rumor is Al Heyman really was pressing, Errol Spence to fight Terrence Crawford. I mean, fight Keith Thurman, and that's the fight he wanted to make, and that's the fight they've been waiting down the line to make. I'm not sure what the interest is amongst boxing fans, but like I said before, it'd be a huge disappointment if Errol Spence turned around and fought Keith Thurman. Now, like I said, why it's immediate reporting that Keith Thurman could be fighting. I mean, Ennis, Spence could be fighting. Terrence Crawford could be announced in 2 weeks. We gotta wait and see. We've been waiting forever. They've been saying it's gonna be announced. It's a done deal. This, that, and the third. Like I said, what personal gain or what promotional gain or what marketing gain they got, the longer they wait, it's nothing. Once you announce it, the tickets going to sell, the promotion, the marketing kick off, and then, you know what I'm saying? Then, it is what it is. But they keep saying, oh, be patient, be patient, be patient, be patient. And all the patience in the world. But nonetheless, it's still a fight they throwing on pay-per-view. And I believe they probably, if they do make, this fight or the Terrence Crawford fight, they're probably going to upcharge the fight. They're probably going to push that pay-per-view to $100. Come on, think about it. Luis Ortiz and Ruiz on pay-per-view. Is that really the same price? I mean, Barrios and Spence. I mean, Barrios and Thurman. Is that really the same price? You can't really justify it. So, I mean, it is what it is, man. And, they can do whatever they want to do. But PBC take the suspense and the prime and the sprightness out of boxing. This fight should have been happening. Again, I'm fighting Pacquiao. He should have been throwing there with Spence, and the winner should have fought Pacquiao. But they do shit backwards. And that's the honest opinion, bro. So, I mean, it is what it is. At its peak, was the Crawford and Spence fight of yesterday. And at its peak, you got a lot of people that crossed over to Errol Spence that was saying Thurman was going to spark him. And when Thurman showed, had the injuries, went away, shot away from Spence, they jumped on the Spence bandwagon. The majority of Errol Spence fans, not the Dallas connection, the Texas connection, were Keith Thurman fans. They were. When Keith Thurman started showing vulnerability that he didn't want him, then they became full Errol Spence fans. There's plenty of receipts in the internet. Plenty. But like I said before, Keith missed the bus. Nobody told Keith to miss that bus. Keith missed that bus for himself. Keith lost one in my JC voice. He lost one. And he ain't looked good since. The Pacquiao fight, he looked his best. To be honest. He looked better than the Barrios fight, better than the Josito Lopez fight. And Errol Spence saying, "Oh, he don't want to fight him no more." After all the shit he took you through, you still want to drown that man. You still should want to get in there and beat the hell out of him. But like I said, this generation different. Everything we was doing as kids that was cool is not frowned upon. Or we doing that was lame is cool now. Like wearing dresses and wearing tight clothes and wearing them ugly ass Balenciaga shoes and like I said before, all that shit. Somebody that's been giving you the runaround. I mean, if that was, what if Floyd was like, I mean, I'm tired of chasing Oscar De La Hoya. Fuck him. He ain't Floyd Mayweather. He still gave Shane Mosley a shot. Don't forget that too. Shane, went to fight Oscar De La Hoya. He came down around the wave and gave Shane an opportunity. How you get a chance to clip your oppressor, go ahead and clip him. You gave Keith Thurman an opportunity to clip Paulo Malignaggi, Amir Khan back then. Even when he had the title, he was up. He was gonna do it. So a lot of people try to act like these niggas two different people. Not really. Errol Spence is Keith Thurman is Errol Spence is well Keith Thurman is he is Errol Spence is his Terrence Crawford his generation. And now Errol Spence's Terrence Crawford is here, and like I said before, that is what it is. And it's messed up, bro, because they should have fought, and the division would have been sold up, probably would have been unified by now. But Thurman got what he deserved. He did get the Pacquiao fight, but he lost. Nobody care about him no more. His numbers was a $30,000 pay-per-view. And really with Errol Spence, he get what he deserved too. His pay-per-view did less than Tank, even though them numbers was completely fabricated, but it did less than Tank. So, he can say all the time, say all they want to, but he needs Terrence Crawford just as Terrence Crawford need him, and just as Keith Thurman need them. That's a fact. They all need each other. No fish is bigger than another fish, no matter how you slice it. These dudes, in reality, are all throwing almost around the same number. They numbers closer together than what AJ doing, what Usyk, what Canelo doing. They numbers are all closer. They are closer than their numbers than theirs, and they walking around acting like they Anthony Joshua, acting like they Canelo Alvarez. They never cashed probably half of their biggest paychecks. So they all need each other, to be honest. The one thing it's about Premier Boxing Champion fighters, it's like a forbidden code to move up and weight. You ever never heard nobody say, "Oh, these niggas need to move up and weight"? Nobody. Danny Garcia that moved up twice, before really on the prize fight level, before Thurman moved up, before Errol Spence moved up. Terrence Crawford fought in 3 weight divisions. Mikey Garcia fought in what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weight divisions. Probably 6, I think it might have been. Might have fought over 47 one time. He fought in like 5 or 6 weight divisions. Sean Porter got the welterweight, never moved back up. So really ain't no hunger there, bro. None. He said Boots a hype job that never fought top. Neither, it is what it is. We got to see. I think he more closer than real than hype. I don't think Kabelaskas or Ugas is better than Lippy. Yes, they definitely are. So that's not even a question. They are better than Lippy. Yes, I'm not even going to entertain that. They waited so long. Now we in a modern day Great Depression. Yep. Now CJ Berlanga clean just got a cop the right ones. Huh? Balenciaga's clean. Them bitches ugly. They started off, my bad. They started off making dresses, bro. That wasn't like wasn't even like a gay designer, designing dope clothes. Come on. Just dope clothes. They design dresses. Simple as that. I'm going with a company that design dresses, and y'all want to wonder why everybody feminine and all these niggas ain't no real men around. They make dresses. That's the last thing niggas need to be spending money on. Niggas got $400-500 shoes, no matter how you got them, it don't got life insurance. $400-500 shoes, don't got a car. It's backwards, bro. Like we invest in things, and everything you buy is an investment. You buy a pair of Jordan shoes. Somebody winning off the Jordan investment. You buy that chain that he got. That's an investment for somebody's family. They take our money, put their kids through college. Michael Jordan don't even have his own like stock, bro. It's called Nike B. That's the stock with Jordan in. It's not in regular Nike. It's not a Jordan stock. It's called Nike B. They don't even let the man like have his own like little like Jordan being worth $1 billion. He can't even have his own Jordan shoe without Nike being involved. One thing I can say about Shaq was able to get away from Reebok and have his own brand. Got to respect that about Shaq. Michael Jordan, wherever he do is still affiliated with Nike. Everything you do is an investment. When they pay them sanctioning fees for that WBA belt that's on his arm right there, even when he's paying sanctioning fees when it was a fake belt, it's an investment. His IBF belt around his waist, it's an investment. It's putting somebody kid through college, it's putting gas in somebody's tank, it's buying wheels on somebody's Tesla, it's putting a 20,000 battery in somebody's Tesla. So a lot of us got to change the way we think. It's crazy. It's money out there. What book I'm saying all about the Benjamin? I just got to put my name on it. It really is, bro. Just look what people too lazy to do, bro. Crazy. You can buy something off the internet, bro, for half the price and sell it to them, mark it up 200%. They gonna buy it because they too lazy to look. You got sheep out here, bro. There's a lot of sheep out here. And they ain't even gonna investigate what you're doing. They don't even want to know. Like I said before, this fight is gone. They're the same person, bro. Same person. Was all with all the shits, with all the smoke, wanting to walk the windows, and then, when they got all their money and they got comfortable, they no longer wanted to compete no more. They no longer wanted to compete at the high level. So, shit, it is what it is. Sat there forever waiting for this fight to happen. Forever. And it never happened. People blame Keith Thurman, but Keith Thurman said some truth. Somebody told me it was the fact. He said, man, they wasn't even in the plans. Errol never sent me a contract or nothing. Never called Al or nothing. Al Heyman never wanted that fight to happen. He wanted that fight to happen right now. That was the plan. Anytime the fighters at they peak, they want to say, well, build it up, build it up, build it up, build it up. Then they say, well, built it up. Oh, we can't afford it. Or you got to compromise, take less. What's the point of building a fight up if you can't afford it? Make it when you can afford it. You got a bunch of 30-year-old dudes who ain't done nothing in the grand scheme of things. Yeah, they got world titles, but nobody have a career to find a fight. Sugar Ray has several before he reached 30. Literally. Leonard Duran, Benitez. Come on. None of these dudes got that because they ain't fought each other. They fought all second-rate champions. It don't matter if you get undisputed, bro. If this fight would have happened 2-3 years ago, that's bigger than undisputed. That's just, it's just a wave right now. That's all it is, just a wave. Y'all fought, y'all fought. Don't matter. Fans don't care if it's undisputed or not. Canelo fought Billy Joseph. Fought Caleb Plant. If him and Benavidez fought at a catchweight at 170 and fought with no titles on the line, it'd be a bigger fight than Caleb Plant, Billy Joe Saunders, Callum Smith, all together. So, but nonetheless, man, let me get out of here, man. Appreciate y'all, man. I wasn't gonna be on long. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it. Peace.